Back now at 8:38 with renewed interest in the life of the world-famous pianist Liberace. His relationship with a much younger companion, Scott Thorson, is the focus of a much-talked-about HBO movie. We're going to talk to Scott Thorson in a moment. But first, his story.
The star of the show.
In the HBO movie Behind the Candelabra, Michael Douglas plays Liberace, the wildly flamboyant and successful performer who developed a relationship in the 70s with a much younger Scott Thorson, played by Matt Damon.
This is my friend, Scott Thorson. You were incredible.
I love to give people a good time.
Inspired by Thorson's 1988 book of his life as a rags-to-riches foster kid who suddenly found himself as Liberace's companion and right-hand person.
I want you to meet my friend over there, that's Scott Thorson. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott.
The movie with Douglas and Damon chronicles the couple's secret affair.
I want him to look like this.
Adventures in plastic surgery.
Is this the kind of life you want for yourself?
Drug addiction.
You're cute.
Indiscretions, and ultimately their bitter breakup in 1982, which was followed by Thorson suing Liberace for palimony, money awarded to a non-married long-term partner after a breakup. They settled. 5 years later, the 67-year-old entertainer died from complications due to AIDS. And Scott Thorson is here. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Did you get a kick out of watching that movie and seeing that just now?
Yes, I did, yes.
What did you think of the movie? Did you think they basically got it right?
I think they were right on target. I think Mr. Weintraub was brilliant. They kept right to the book. And you couldn't get a better producer and director and stars. So we're just delighted now that the #1 movie, and it's gone to all the foreign countries, and even Hong Kong and Japan has picked it up. So I'm just delighted. I'm overwhelmed.
Were you surprised they made it? Because, I mean, you wrote the book 15 years ago.
Well, well, I'll tell you something. It was a hard movie to produce and to sell. Only Weintraub could have done this. Now, I signed the deal in 2008, and none of the movie outlets, the theater, wanted to touch this. So it's HBO's game, and now it's a big success, and we're just thrilled to death.
Well, you get a real insight into this relationship you had with Liberace. You were 17 years old when you met him. You
16.
were 16, okay. You were a foster kid.
Right.
You came from this troubled background. He was 40 years older than you. What's your perspective now on that relationship?
Well, I think back, I was so young at the time. I don't think it would go over too well today. I think, he possibly go to jail for something like that.
Do you think he took advantage of you?
Well, I think so. I think that stems from quite a bit of my problems, with the plastic surgeries, with the drug addiction. I don't think anybody in life sets out to be an addict, and then unfortunately we do some stupid things while we're under the influence. But I mean, it's been a marvelous life. Don't get me wrong. I love Liberace, and he was just a great guy.
The plastic surgery is one of the most memorable things from this movie and from
Yes.
your story. And in the movie, Matt Damon character, your character, barely seems to object.
Well, Matt Damon did what a wonderful job. I mean, when you analyze this film, okay, the makeup and with Douglas and Damon, and then Debbie Reynolds playing Frances Liberace, Grandma Liberace, you don't even recognize Debbie. I mean, it's just fantastic all the way around. I mean, I'm so happy.
Well, your life has certainly been interesting, and as we saw in the movie, you had some trouble with drugs. You were recently in jail. I know you'll be sentenced in July.
Right.
What's it like to look back in this way?
I owe it all to Dennis Hoff at the Bunny Ranch. I mean, he's the one that bailed me, and he's my new friend, so that's great.
Well, Scott Thorson, thank you so much. It's good to have you here.
Okay.
We appreciate it.